Hi Scorpio, welcome to your November 2018 general read. This is going to be perfect for you if you are a Scorpio sun, moon, rising, or Venus. And happy birthday! It is your season, so let's get into it. I've already pulled cards. Okay, Scorpio. So it seems like November is going to be a month of. Well, first of all, you have one, two, three, four. Wait, one, two, three, four. Four major arcana. You've got the High Priestess, you've got the Devil, you've got the Temperance, you've got the Judgment. I will say it does feel like this month is going to be a month of don't be surprised if an ex comes back to visit, especially with Mercury going retrograde, I believe, on the 17th. I do feel like there is an ex who's probably popping up, especially if they're an air sign. Be on guard for that. But ultimately, it really seems like you guys are in a good place. I do feel like there is that will try to come back eventually to kind of try to confuse you. And I will clarify that a little bit deeper. But ultimately, I do feel like you guys are in a really good place. I did something this month a little bit different. I wanted to pull an animal spirit card. I just got this deck from one of my really good friends, Diana. So thank you, girl, for my birthday. And she's a Scorpio, so happy birthday to her and the rest of you. But you guys got the dragonfly, okay? So the dragonfly, this is an air creature. Air is all about, the mind, intellect, communication, all that. And I think what sticks out to me the most about this spirit animal is dragonflies are like very agile. They move very fast, right? They're kind of all over the place. They can move up to like 45 miles per hour. So and you guys, I feel like over these last few months, especially like 3 months, have been going through a lot of changes, whether it be like in your home life, like you guys literally physically moving, you guys changing your jobs, just, changes in your relationships. I feel like a lot has been going on, but I do feel like you guys have really been able to keep up. Even in the times where it feels really hard, like when you look back, you're like, okay, like I did good. I'm doing good. I'm actually okay, right? So the dragonfly is really a spirit of being able to see clearly and think clearly, even with all the changes of going on around you. And even if they are happening so fast where it does feel a little bit overwhelming, I do feel like you guys are really, really coming to a place where you're getting better with that. And you're going to need to continue to use that this month, I feel like. But it's really about change of the mind, change of the perspective, change in the way we see ourselves. That having that energy is really going to help you guys, move you guys forward. And I think it has been helping. I don't feel like this is something new. I do feel like you guys, whatever's been thrown at you guys lately, like I said, I do feel like you've been able to kind of like take the punches even though they hurt. And through that, I do feel like you guys are gaining clarity. And through that, I do feel like you guys are using your voice more. Not that Scorpio has a problem using their voice like that, but just like in a more effective way to get what it is that you ultimately want at the end of the day. Okay, so that's really, really good. Now, the unseen energy, what's at the bottom of the deck, was that Ace of Cups. And I love this because I do feel, like I said, I do feel like you guys are really coming into a good place. I feel like you guys are stepping out on faith more with things and really trusting your intuition more. And through that, you're seeing little blessings here and there. Like you're seeing things physically line up in front of you. So you're like, okay. Like I feel like it's keeping you hopeful. I do feel like you guys are really aligning yourself with things that feel good, people that feel good. There could be some new love interest for some of you guys this month. But it's a really good place to be in. It's a really hopeful place to be in. There's good news ahead. There's good luck ahead. And it's really because you're in an emotionally good and aligned place, right? Whether it be a relationship or opportunity of some sort. Now, starting out, you guys have the 10 of Cups crossed by the 3 of Wands. I really like this. Like I said, I do feel like for the most part, even though a lot of you guys are going through a lot of shifts, a lot of changes, and it hasn't been easy, right? But it feels like by you guys taking the power into your own hands, that bit of it feels good. And it's that bit of it that's helping you guys continue to do more, right? So I just feel like you guys are really happy in the fact that you guys have made decisions that are going to, like, Scorpio's looking up for Scorpio right now in the best way possible and not to be selfish. But in doing that and you guys really honoring the things that you guys want, I feel like you're in a happy place. Even though some of you, I don't feel like you all the way know where things are headed and where you're going. But it's like you're moving and you're doing it in a way that you're honoring yourself. And so I just feel like you guys are in this really happy place. Um, yeah, it's like you guys are waiting for new opportunities to happen, right? You guys have been making plans, you guys have been getting all this stuff together, and now it's like you're at a place where you're like really um, waiting for all your blessings to trickle on in, and they are trickling on in. And either way, I feel like you guys are learning and being really good at being appreciative in the meantime while you're waiting for it, right? But just a really good place. And again, you've got that Ace of Cups energy at the bottom of the deck. So it's like, I just feel like ultimately you guys are feeling really good. And it's because of the work that you've been doing, right? It's the planning that you've been putting in. And it's like you guys are ready to cash in on your things. Some of you may be having some fun plans with family, especially like surrounding your birthday. Lots of celebration this month. There's lots to be happy for this month. I just feel like you guys are in a really good place emotionally, for the most part, and really taking charge and yeah, really taking charge and really listening to your intuition, right? And it's guiding you into happy places, right? And I say listening to your intuition too because you guys have that high priestess. So like this is divine feminine energy. This is, this is the HR card. I always say it's someone who knows all the secrets, someone who, high priestess gives that gentle push. It's all about creation and it's really, really good. A lot of you guys are looking to develop some new things. Maybe some of you guys are trying to start some new businesses. Again, like for the last few months, I do feel like there's been a lot of movement in either your home situation or your work situation. This feels really, really like work situation. You guys have really been manifesting a whole lot of things. Right now, I'm really paying attention to this 2 up here and then the 2 with the pillars. I'm getting 11, 11. Pay attention to signs. Pay attention. Make sure you're slowing down enough to pay attention. I do feel like the universe is trying to guide you. And I do feel like you guys are picking up a lot of what's being put down, which is good. And that has a lot to do with why you guys are in this loving place too, right? Because you're trusting yourself and you're finally seeing how that can work out for you. There may be a water sign person, especially if it's female, who has been really influential in your life right now. This could be just your energy though. I do feel like for a lot of you, it's your energy just really taking on and taking control, you right? Using your intuition. But some of you guys have like, it could be your mother. She could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio person who's been very supportive in this new project, if there is one. I feel like there's some new things you guys are trying to really get together. Yeah, that's good. Now, the root of all this, you guys have the 7 of Cups. So again, I do feel like there have been a lot of options. You guys have had a lot of options being thrown your way. It's going to be up to you to pay attention. Again, pay attention to the signs. I do feel like there are things and opportunities and options being thrown your way, especially if this is like a work situation that you guys that you're trying to like do or begin. Also, if it's working with different people, like almost I'm seeing these cups as different people. I don't know why I'm focused in on this snake. Really being mindful about the people who are around you. Yeah. Really being mindful. Really trusting your intuition. If you have like a weird feeling when you're talking to someone or dealing with someone, really trusting that. But you guys have a lot of options. A lot of options have been presented towards you, not only in work, but I feel like in love. Some of you, Some of you are very single, and there's people around you who are very interested. I do feel like, though, you guys have just kind of been taking a break from things and just really gaining insight. Um, Trying to be practical, but also trusting of yourself, right? Um, yeah. In the past, recent past, you guys have the Four of Swords. I feel like a lot of you guys have been trying to really go deep within, get clear, maybe doing more meditating, more praying, resting. You've probably been staying out of the way a little bit, right? Keeping to yourself more, maybe not going out as much. I really feel like you guys have really been going within, right? Especially with this Four of Swords and the Seven of Cups. There have been things that have been presented to you guys, and I feel like you guys are just really trying to go about it differently. Like, really try to trust yourself, right? Really digging deep and kind of picking these things apart to see if it's what you want. I feel like you guys have really been taking this time to get clear, and what's been helping you do that is a little bit of isolation, right? Keeping to yourself a little bit more, trusting yourself a little bit more. Now, in the near future, there may be a test coming up for some of you. Now, you guys have the Devil card. So again, I do feel like some of you, there's an ex who's trying to kind of pop up, okay? This is Capricorn energy. This can be also a boss or someone who has some type of control over you in a way that matters, right? So like someone who is like your superior at work, then okay, they're influential because it can control your money, you can lose your job type thing. Like it's kind of like that kind of energy. But for some of you, it's an ex popping back up. Ooh, with this Venus retrograde energy and then going into this Mercury retrograde energy, I would not be surprised. I'm going to clarify this, but some of you, there's an X popping up for sure. It could be an air sign, like I said, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Someone who was very, you felt like was very bossy, always tried to tell you what to do. Someone who you kind of felt bound to, not in the cool way, but in the way that it's like, bruh, yeah. Um, hmm. Again, this King of Swords person can be some type of boss, some type of superior to someone who's just very flat foot in their speech, doesn't put a whole lot of sugar on anything, um, not a whole lot of feelings behind anything, right? Just very blunt, very matter of fact, very smart. Now, you guys do have opportunities in front of you with this Temperance card. Like I said, okay, so this Seven of Cups that you guys have options in many things. I feel like a lot of you it's work. I feel like a lot of you it's if you're moving, kind of options of what you picture your home life to be. So you want to live in the suburbs, you want to live in the city, do you want to live, like I feel like you guys are really just at this building foundational level right now in terms of that. Now, you do have some opportunities in front of you that are trying to present themselves, things that would flow easier, right? You can also have a Sagittarius person in your life that's very important to this matter, but it's interesting how the Devil and the Temperance card are sitting right next to each other like this. It's almost like saying, I feel like it's like a reminder from Spirit. It's like, if you in the near future are coming up against any opposition, it's best to leave that where it's at and move on, right? Like instead of trying to fight with someone who's super resistant or trying to fight this problem that just it's like it keeps being an issue. It's like maybe that was not meant to be. It's like almost like you're getting lessons, like you're almost going to get pop quizzed. You know what I mean? In the future. Like things, if there are things that you've been like, okay, I'm moving on from this, I swear, and like things that you've been working on, like a spiritual level, it almost seems like there could be moments, don't be surprised in the near future, where you feel like you're being tested, right? But I do feel like you guys are definitely being divinely guided. You guys have the Temperance, and then right above that, you guys have the Judgment card. Two angels, right? There's going to be a decision that needs to be made. I feel like this might be on your mind now. Again, it could be regarding a job situation, a moving situation, or a lover situation. It's going to be really important this month that you trust your intuition, guys. And I feel like you guys have been doing that. But you might feel like there's something that's really resistant and really backing up against the wall, because at the end, you guys have that Seven of Wands card. And that's all about, sticking up for yourself and taking action, and really taking the action that's going to be best for you. It's really about putting yourself first, right? This person is sticking up for themselves by any means necessary. It doesn't matter that there's 6 people who he's fighting, right? And it could be, again, I do feel like there's an ex coming back for some of you. With this Judgment, this Devil, and this King of Swords together, it just feels like it. Again, that could be clouding your vision a little bit, not knowing what to do. The best thing to do is to trust your intuition. You guys know what you need to do, right? You guys know what you need to do. I feel like it's going to be important this month that you guys are really staying spiritually strong and mentally strong, because, again, I do feel like there are things that might be trying to come and test you, right? Now, let me clarify some of these. Okay, what is this High Priestess about? You guys got 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you guys know. Okay, some of you guys, if there's an ex coming back, it's a person that you know is really unhealthy. And I think what it's advising you, Spirit saying it's best for you to be alone right now. Just build your independence up, build your financial situation, build your whatever up. Really focus on you. Yeah, build your foundations. Look, 4 of Wands is at the bottom. It's at the bottom of that. Jeez. So I do feel like, for those of you, this is not going to be everybody. If there is an ex that's coming back, I think what you guys should be focusing on first and foremost is you. Let me see. 7 of Cups. With the 7 of Cups, you got the Ace of Swords. So you guys are going to be, if there's something that you guys are have been debating doing, you guys are going to come into some type of clarity and communication this month. Yeah. Because if you've been feeling stuck on an idea of what you should do with this 7 of Cups, look, you guys got the 8 of Swords at the end of that. So it's like if you guys have been stuck on something, you guys are going to be coming into some type of communication about it. You're going to find clarity in this. Now with the Devil, why did Scorpio get the Devil? 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so let's do one more with it. I feel like, okay, you guys got the 6 of Swords with that. So 2 of Pentacles. This is someone, yeah. For those of you who someone's coming into your life, some type of ex, this is someone that you've been trying to balance this shit out for a long time coming. It feels like it's like there's always like you always feel like you're tiptoeing and trying to do a balancing act. It's somebody that you walked away from for good reason. I feel like there could have been a lot of secrets with this Moon card, a lot of deception. Someone who you just feel like was always lying to you, and someone that you felt like you were always trying your best to balance. But it feels like you were the only one. So it's like you walked away to something that was easier, and it's almost now that they, you know what? It feels like for some of you, now that they see or feel or sense that you're doing good, you know how exes can do. It's like now they're like, what's up with so-and-so? It feels like that kind of energy. It's like, why do they know that? Why do they know when we're doing well? And then here they come bothering us. Let me see this King of Swords. King of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Whoever this King of Swords character is, it's someone who is very selfish. Five of Pentacles at the end of that. It's like it's someone who they didn't know how to give love because they didn't experience love the right way, right? They kind of always felt like they had to be this super stern, strict person who like stood up for themselves, and it's like they don't know how to reciprocate what they never had, right? So you would always feel like they kept things from you, and they did. They could have been selfish in many ways, either, with their finances or with their, time, their feelings. But it's like, there's someone who left you feeling left out in the cold because like they've always felt left out in the cold, right? It's like, it's cyclical. Okay, Temperance, 10 of Pentacles. Yes. Again, like I said, you guys do have opportunities in front of you. There are easy ways out. Like, don't be blinded by any devil energy that comes your way, right? I do feel like you guys have opportunities, ones that can bring you so much abundance. You got the 10 of Pentacles here. This is like abundance in all forms. Good relationships with friends, business partners, good money, good health, good wealth, good all that stuff. So it's going to be very important for you to, again, keeping up with your intuition and not really paying attention to what's going on around you. There are people who are going to be out there trying to compete with this Five of Wands, right? Trying to distract you and get in the way, again, with that devil energy. But I feel like you just need to be laser focused. What's this Judgment? Judgment card, you guys got Three of Pentacles. Yeah, so I feel like this has something to do with if you want to continue to talk to someone. You're stuck on this. Don't be stuck on this. Don't be stuck on this. Trust your intuition, Let me get one more card. King of Swords. I feel like you guys are going to be really using your voice, being very clear and saying your expectations. And you know what? When you do, I feel like that's where especially if this has to do with love or aligning yourself, like I feel like really good work opportunities. I feel like let's say if you moved, right? And maybe you're interviewing for jobs or something. I feel like you're very, you're showing yourself as someone who's very strong and very smart in your interviews, and very upfront about what you want, and people do want to work with you still. This could be a really good opportunity for you guys. Let's say for those of you guys who've been interviewing, I don't know, that just came up. I know that's not for everybody. But in terms of if this is a relationship, someone who's wanting to come back into your life and talk to you again, I feel like you will be like, okay, so what's up? Like very much like no bullshit, and not even to try to be petty or try to be mean or try to put extra funk on it. I just feel like you guys are in a place where you are really clear on what it is that you want, and you just don't want to get tripped up again over anything dumb, right? So that's really, really good. It's like the better you feel, really concentrate on how you feel. The better you feel, the more you'll start to notice better things happening for you. Okay? And then the Seven of Wands. So you guys got the Nine of Wands. Seven of Wands and Nine of Wands. So that Nine of Wands is kind of like that anxious energy, right? Because you're worried about, you're thinking about the things that have happened in the past, and you're worried about them happening in the future, right? It's about being very much on guard and being very much willing to fight and able to fight, but not wanting to. It feels to me like, again, towards the end of the month, you may feel like you are having to really defend yourself, like you got the World, but it's time. You guys are ready for this, especially, and this is all above this devil character. I do feel like there's someone who's going to come back into the picture to try to challenge you, right? It's like everything that you've been working on, Scorpio, I feel like someone's going to come in and try to challenge that. But you guys are ready for this. You guys have been building yourself up for this. And I do feel like you guys can, like, this can turn into whatever you want it to be. I do feel like you guys are going to find a victory in this. Again, especially if it's like you guys really having to defend yourself against something. I don't know. I feel like someone's just trying to kind of come in your space and shake shit up. And I don't even feel like it's like these people are necessarily trying to be malicious, but it's like almost like they haven't figured out that although they're not bad people and you're not a bad person, you guys are bad for one another type thing. Like, it just feels like toxic. You know, it doesn't feel like anybody's like just, I mean, I don't know. Everybody's going to be different, but for the most part, it's not feeling like a super strong, like malicious behavior. It's just like someone who hasn't come to terms with like, we're not good for each other. So they keep trying to pop up, but it's like you keep making it worse because everyone should just do them at this moment, right? Um, yeah, I don't know because it's like you guys have all these great things ahead. You're just waiting, right? You guys have been really putting work in. So be mindful of your space and who's in it and who's dragging you down and who's making you feel bound and who's making you feel stuck. That's not the easy way, okay? Now, I pulled an Oracles of or Angels of Abundance card, and you guys got Words of Abundance, which I love, okay? And it says, you have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and others. Speaking abundance into your life, being around situations and peoples and things that make you feel abundant, and really not giving much energy to people who don't, right? Because you guys have a lot of great things coming up. It's going to be really important that you guys, again, take on this dragonfly energy and really are able to calm your mind so you're able to make the best decisions. So being around people who frazzle you or throw you off your track, it's just not going to work this month, okay? Now, if you guys are interested in love, check out the love video. The link will be down below. Your Scorpio Love November. All right? I love you guys. Thank you for everything. And I hope you guys have a great birthday. See you in December. Bye.